Greetings friends, as an aftermath to the last video, now we have the anger still rising up high, and they try to do it on a rational way and bringing the best arguments, and yeah, this is the problem because this won't find any solution. So let's dive into this. How can we see there's a lot of anger still going on? So we watch Logan Paul here in the bottom left.
I had to start my own show because we're not making money on the show, and I'm getting pushed out. You made money on the show. I can show you my books. I was spending 10 G's a month being on the show.
All right, let's talk about this. Obviously.
So we can see that he is very nervous, he is very angry. This is what we do most of the time, is when we are angry and we don't want to say something, we listen to the other person. I showed it also with Georgie. He had the same expression with his mouth. The mouth is getting closed, we are closing the mouth, yeah, and angry face, and combined with, okay, I want to say something, but I cannot because the other person is speaking. Maybe you notice phenomena that, the other person is speaking and telling you the arguments, and at the same time you're like, no, this is wrong. This cannot be true. This cannot be true. And in this moment, we are not listening. And this is the big problem here. Also in the last video, not listening to the other person, because it's completely wrong and the other person is false. So I am the only one. My perspective is the only correct one. So look at the mouth here again, here at this part.
I had to start my own show because we're not making money on the show, and I'm getting pushed out. You made money on the show. I can show you.
So we can see a lot in the mouth is happening, and we have the start of the video very, very agitated.
My books, I was spending 10 G's a month being on the show.
All right, let's talk about this.
You have this breathing, and then, okay, let's talk about this. So we can see there's a lot of pushing through. Of course, this could also be just for the excitement of the short video and to make it more excitement. Of course, this could also be the reason, but in combination with all the things that happening in the face and this nervous and this, yeah, this gives me more like a sign, okay, there's a lot of anger, and now it's my turn to show you that you are wrong.
Yes, obviously I wasn't on the podcast to represent myself, so I'd like to clarify a few things that were said. As well as having his own credit card, all expenses related to the show were paid for, including all travel and lodging. Obviously, George's total reimbursement came out to $20,000, 317 cents. I'd love to see any books that show otherwise. Spending $120,000 a year to be on a show is a little confusing.
This is a guy who's sending us screenshots of $11 million a week that he's making.
This statement is so crazy that...
Okay, and again, we have this very interesting, yeah, he is listening in this part, but at the same time, the finger is going to the mouth and, yeah, chewing, yeah, on the nails. And when you do this, yeah, what is your emotion while you're doing this? Yeah? This is a typical way to try to calm ourselves down. Yeah, when we are with the at the close at our lips with the mouth, we are doing this every time, and this is a way to calm our mouth down, because now it's not the time to talk. Because you have to understand, there are always two parts in us. There's one part that is very angry, like I already told, yeah, and he's like, I don't want to listen, let's go. And there's the second part that's saying in ourselves, yeah, but you cannot say now, there are rules and there are argument rules. These are completely different. This is just an example what we have learned with our parents. Yeah, it's completely different for every person. Yeah, some have learned as louder as I speak, the more right, the more truth I speak. This is one thing. The other thing is when I just say yes, yeah, the whole time, and yeah, you are right, the fight and the argument will calm down. This is also a technique. Yes, we have different techniques, and this is his technique, is to calm himself down, not saying something, but at the same time, yeah, when we are chewing, this is an aggressive mood. Yeah, I know it's very minimalistic, but when you do it, yeah, it's to try to destroy something and biting. Yeah, every time we are angry, our chin, yeah, our teeth, they are trying to. Yeah, when you're really angry, this tension, here's a lot of tension, and this is all the reason is because there's a lot of suppressed energy, and we don't know what to do with this anger
that he's making.
This statement is so crazy that it's almost laughable. That would mean I'm making $572 million a year. I'm nowhere near...
Okay, and now we have this, it's laughable, like already told you in the last video, just making fun of another person, yeah? It's like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, this is also a very common technique to not show our anger. So what I really miss is my real anger. Instead, it's like, you're not worth, yeah, you're ridiculous. Yeah. And maybe you got this feeling, and maybe you remember in the past, maybe in the school, maybe with your family, and you remember how does it feel for yourself when someone is giving your argument and why you feel bad. And here we have also with Georgie the victim faces this from looking from behind, and what you want to say to me, I'm the victim. And when we just push over it and like, you are ridiculous, you don't know nothing, how does it feel? Will this turn the discussion into really hearing the other person? Is it like really have an open mind for the other person, or is it more like, I want to win this fight, you are ridiculous, and I just want to ignore this? What will what will happen? Yeah, will the other person be like, okay, now everything is fine because he makes fun out of me? Or will it be like more, he's not taking me serious, I have to be louder, I have to fight more against, and it will build up a stronger fight. So anger will go more unconsciousness against each other, and they are not talking about their real problems lying behind the curtain that we cannot see here because they are on just straight on a rational level. To give you an even deeper clue why I think this whole joking and ridiculous thing is such an important role in their relationship, let's look into which words they are using. First of all,
I wanted to control his show is absolutely ridiculous. As you can see right here.
Is absolutely ridiculous. We have against this is like ridiculous. Ha, this is not serious. First thing again, and
Here,
now
I was like, hey, we got to get you Prime because I saw him drinking our competitor, and he told me to call him. He was filming my reaction to tell me he took a deal with the competitor. I told him, please don't film. Like, I'd like to talk about this. I hope you're joking, by the way.
And I hope you are joking, by the way. When he's joking, then everything is fine. And you can see, even in the language, we have this ridiculous joking problem and theme the whole time. So this is something very, very common. When we have a conflict in ourselves with the topic of joke, what is joking, making fun of someone, when there's a conflict in ourselves and in our past, I can hear it with the clients all the time. So when the client has this deep conflict, all the time he will talk about this and like, I don't feel serious, so ridiculous what the other person, and they will use these words over and over again. And this shows me, okay, here we can see there is a problem to say something very serious, to bring my own emotion, to deliver my own emotion to another person in a serious way, because we have all this time this mixed up version of no, this was not aggressive, this was not overstepping boundaries, I have a new competitor, this is just a joke. And it seems like they are very, very confused in their relationship, that things are allowed when there is a joke about it. And this seems to be a very strange belief system in this relationship, really going deep into the roots. And I think this is the main conflict that they never spoke about. Hey, you're laughing after this and you're saying it was a joke, but it doesn't feel like it. So I really miss in this combination that they really go into the meditation together in a sharing circle and really feel into how does it feel when I say, maybe do an exercise for this. Let's do it in a joke. I say, I hate you, you are ugly, and then feel into it. When I say, haha, you are ugly, how does it feel? And then maybe to realize, hey, wait, this sarcastic way of telling me I'm ugly doesn't feel good either. Doesn't feel like a joke. Yeah, it can feel like, yeah, there are some situations that it feels like, yeah, then we can do it, but wait. No, here, maybe there's a lot of truth behind this. And then I can feel into this, hey, when I say you are ugly, hey, wait, there's a part of me that's maybe jealous of the way you are looking, and that's why she's trying to make you weak or make you smaller. Now I want to show you something what I really appreciate with Logan Paul, even though there's a lot of unconscious problems that I can see, a lot of ego pushing that I can see, and I really, really don't like, but I really have to appreciate this special part here.
I still do. There's a lot more. I'm not going to get into it, but this isn't to say, by the way, that I didn't f up along the way. I did. I should not have mocked his beliefs. I apologize for that. I should have stuck up for him with Bobby Lee, and I definitely should have had his back more like a friend. There's a lot of things I would have...
Very, very nice. Love it to see this. In the interview we saw in the last video, I didn't see any apologize. I didn't see any. I can feel what you're telling me. Hey, I can see, yeah, there is a conflict. Maybe I have to go deeper into myself. And this is what I really appreciate in this moment, in this specific scene, that he really says it and really has the guts to say it, because this is not easy to stand up for your own failure. So I really love it. And just as a side note, what I didn't mention, do you see the red throat? This also shows us this. There's a lot of anger going on. We have this the whole time. We have
on
this
his own
red.
podcast was being
Yeah, we have here again this red throat, and this shows us also, yeah, that there's a lot of heat going on, and I want to scream it out and tell something, and it's blocked. So then the heat gets stuck in the throat, and then maybe we get throat pain, something like this. And yeah, just as a side note. Okay, the last thing I want to mention is
a lot of things
this.
I would have done differently, but here we are. It saddens me that our story has unfolded this way. I wish him nothing but health, wealth, happiness, all the success that he wants, and I hope that one day we can sit down and have a...
Okay, so the body language tells me something different. So it saddens me. He's saying it saddens me.
His back more like a friend. There's a lot of things I would have done differently, but here we are. It saddens me that our...
It saddens me, and the facial expression is not really fitting for this. This is more like a face of anger and attack. It's very confrontive. Sadden would be more like, yeah, when the lips are going down, we would maybe see some glaring in the eyes, that yeah, something in this direction. I can't see anything. It's more like neutral and more going into anger, because I see the tension also here in the chin again, and the red throat. So I don't believe it. The sadness, he's still angry. It's completely fine. It's no problem. He can be angry. It's allowed, but I don't think, yeah, sadden doesn't fit. And we can see it with the body language here. What also doesn't fit is
our story has unfolded this way. I wish him nothing.
I wish him this one. This is cutting off someone.
Nothing but health, wealth, happiness, all the success that he wants.
And
I hope that
pushing
one day
away.
we can sit down and have a relationship and a conversation.
Yeah, and pushing away. So the body language tells me something completely different than I want to have a conversation. When I say I want to have a conversation with you, this is more like getting over it, getting rid of it, and I wish you the best. Yeah. So this body language shows me also, no, he doesn't want a conversation, or he wants a conversation and just to have to finish it. And yeah, now we have spoken about it. Yeah, it's also a common technique that we use in our daily life. Yeah, we have spoken about it, and now let's forget it. No, we don't want to forget it. We want to feel into the emotion, go to the roots, and really see what is the main problem. And I think here it is the joking problem. What would you think is the main reason for the conflict of this relationship?